What's up, y'all? Polo Sports Talking Entertainment. Back again with another one. Hit the like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also be sure to hit the notification so that you're able to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. Now, as great as Jokic is, especially when we're talking about regular season play, and without a doubt, I came on here time and time again and have given Jokic his just due. Okay, I've given Jokic his flowers, so to speak. But at the same token, what's up with it, Stephen Green? I see you. Okay, sorry, man. I'm gonna do what I can do, but it's all right. I'm gonna work through it. If you can't hear me, hopefully you can. I work just like you do, Stephen Green. Well, I mean, if you're gonna come in here, man, we can't have any caps. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to talk about this person, and I'm not gonna be on here for just 5 minutes or none of that other stuff. So if you're looking for a 5 minute run and all that other stuff, in and out stuff, not gonna do that, Stephen Green. I'm just being honest with you, bro. Because this is something that really needs to be dissected, and I don't think people are really understanding. Okay, so I'm just keeping it 100. Don't like shortchanging people. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no shortchanging mentality. Now, let me say this right quick, okay? I like Jokic as a player. Matter of fact, I got him as a regular season MVP. But we are talking about playoffs right now, okay? And Steven, I'll drop the link for you in just a second, okay? What people aren't understanding is that Jokic is never going to progress. Just like I get on Embiid about him not progressing unless he gets it done at crunch time. Just like I've gotten on Luka Doncic about his inability to show up and being gassed at the end of the game and everything. That's what's causing him not being able to get out of the first round. Well, with Jokic, yes, he put up, great stats. However, in the first two games, and also there was something that a lot of people are starting to figure out about Jokic now, and it is his inability to be mobile on defense, especially when we're talking about on when you're in transition, right? When transition pull up, say like a great point guard like Chris Paul dribbles the ball up, and Jokic is standing there and can clearly go up to a point guard like a Chris Paul to try to stop him like at the elbow. Well, guess what? They are figuring out that Jokic is unable to recover very quick, and they're doing it time and time again, especially like on a pinch or on an elevator, screen, stuff like that. And guess who's getting the bulk of the blame? It's his teammates, right? But now I will say this: Aaron Gordon has got to step up. He's got to step his game up too. Okay, Aaron Gordon is playing horrible too. All right, and I'm gonna talk about him too as well. But I'm gonna focus my attention on Jokic because they are exposing Jokic. Okay, just like they're exposing, they exposed Rudy Gobert about coming out and bringing him out and showing his inability to move out on the perimeter to guard quicker, smaller players. They're doing the same thing with Jokic with Golden State. Okay, in this case, we're talking about Golden State, and Golden State has got a lot of quicker guards or quicker players, I should say, that are able to utilize. Like you can't keep up with a guy like a Jordan Poole or anybody that has the ability to shoot from the free throw extended and beyond. Like Klay Thompson, he'll come up and he'll shoot a mid range every now and then. Jordan Poole, he can either get to the rack or he can light your ass up on three. Same thing with Steph Curry. Now Steph Curry ain't fast, but he's still quick, and Jokic can't keep up with a handle like Steph Curry. So what they're doing is they're bringing Jokic right there around that free throw, extended around that elbow area, and they're really forcing Jokic to come out and try to have to play deep. And that's that's the problem with them. Well, one of the problems amongst many with Denver. Now, look, I know people are going to say, "Oh, well, they're going to bring up that excuse about, oh, well, Jokic doesn't have Jamal Murray, and he doesn't have Michael Porter Jr." Yes, I'll give you that. Because one of the things that I liked about Michael Porter Jr. that he doesn't get a lot of credit for, Michael Porter Jr. is a decent defender. He's a very decent defender for his age when he was out there playing. Matter of fact, he was at one point in time before he had got hurt, he was number one in defensive win share. But they don't talk about that. They talk about more so about his offense. But yes, I understand without a doubt they need Michael Porter Jr. and they need Jamal Murray. That's why shout out to Two Brown for TV. He's the one that put that out there about the fans ripping Jamal Murray about him not playing. Okay, that's a whole nother story right there. Now, Jokic will never progress unless he works on this in the offseason. Look, he's never going to be fast. He's never going to be an agile, big, as quick as like a guy like a Jared Allen. And Jared Allen can't guard the perimeter too. Don't get it twisted. He'll never be like a JaVale McGee who can get out there. He has the ability to guard the perimeter like a Jaren Jackson Jr., like a Robert Williams. He'll never be able to and do that unless he works on that in the off season. Okay, they're exposing Jokic, and that's one of the Achilles heels for Denver. Besides the fact that they're playing swarming defense, Golden State is, and shout out to Hitman X. He had to point it out that Golden State is still number one in defensive efficiency at one point in time. So everybody was like, "Yeah, they're not playing defense. They're not playing defense." Yes, they are. They're still playing defense. Yeah, don't get it twisted. Boston is still good at defense. Miami's still good at defense. Even Memphis and of course Phoenix is. But you never can neglect that defense that Golden State has, especially out on the perimeter. Especially when you talk about the guy that's sitting up on this picture right now, and Draymond Green, who stepped it up. Now he didn't put up a lot of stats, but his effort on defense has been solid for them. Now there was somebody saying that Draymond Green should be, defensive player of the year and all this stuff now because he missed too many games. But at one point in time, between him and Mikal Bridges, and of course the defensive player of the year winner, which is Marcus Smart, they were all up there, and Robert Williams, whatever. Whoever you could have put in. I didn't put Rudy Gobert. Let me read some of the comments. You said, I see that, Jordan. It's up and down. I'm not capping, but maybe the Joker needs to move on another team. No, Steven. Said Joker is a good player, but sometimes he. Now look, I'm gonna tell you like this, Stephen Green. Okay, that's the whole. See, that's the whole mentality right now. Oh yeah, he needs to go to another team. Nah, and believe it or not, Denver has enough to win it. Look, they're in the playoffs, so there's really no excuse. They're in the playoffs right now. Okay, so all this, oh yeah, he got to go to another team. Listen, Jokic was getting frustrated, and that is unlike Jokic. Jokic is one of those type of players that's been known to be relatively calm and cool and collected until you really piss him off. I dropped the link to you. You know, he clearly was frustrated, and the reason why he was frustrated is because they were swarming him playing defense, and they were forcing him out of his comfort zone on defense, and that's why, like, everybody was talking about how he's such a great defender and all this other stuff. That's one of the knocks on him. And what wins games in the playoffs? Not your offense, more so your defense and your rebounding.
Sure.
Yeah, what's up with it, Stephen Green? Can you hear me now, man? Stephen. Hey, Stephen Green, you there? Okay, I guess you fell out. All right, go ahead, Stephen.
Hey, what's up, Polo? I was listening.
Go ahead,
I,
speak on.
I was listening to your topic, and you talk about the Joker. I'm starting to notice his game has been up and down. Um, he's one of the superstars in the league. When your game is up and down, that's when you need to go to the gym, work on your game, work on your weaknesses, and also too that maybe the teammates, maybe what's around him is not a fit. Maybe they need to make some adjustments. Because sometimes we have a star on your team, the owners, the coaches get the pieces that accommodates that superstar, and I think the players are not accommodating of the Joker.
Nah, I can't give you that, Stephen, because you got to think
Okay.
about it, man. The last few years, they've actually been pretty successful. They've made it to the second round, so clearly they got the team and everything. But the thing is, what I want you to understand is that it's okay. Jokic has to do his part. Look, I understand what you're saying about Aaron Gordon. Okay, they brought Aaron Gordon over there with the assumption that Aaron Gordon was going to be a viable fit or whatever. Aaron Gordon has never made it to the playoffs. Okay,
Right.
in his career, he's not used to being there. Okay, so this is a big ass stage for him. Okay, and Will Barton and all these other guys or whatever, why? They're not used to being that guy and being put in that position. Also, I understand what you're saying in terms from a health perspective too. We also got to take into account Michael Porter Jr. hasn't been there, regardless of what anybody want to say. He was one of the best defenders on that team because, like I said, before he had got hurt and before he started having back issues, he was up in defensive win share. Okay, an advanced stat that I more so like to look at more than PER, more than value over replacement and all that other stuff. That's just my opinion because defense is very important. Then also the whole thing with Jamal Murray too as well. Okay, but even when they
Right.
had the weapons, they made it to the Western Conference Finals. Even if they got swept by the Lakers.
Right. And
Right.
also too, yeah, think about it. Yeah, think about it too. The game has changed. It used, the big man was a big part, playing a big role. Now you have forwards and guards taking over the league, and maybe the style of play is taking over because you have more athleticism around the big man.
Right. The man, I agree with that. But see, that's what I'm saying. With Jokic, I feel like he does have the candid ability to improve in the off season. Okay. What he's gonna have to do is okay, his offense, hey, he's gonna do what he do in terms of his playmaking, in terms of his shooting, in terms of get being able to score and all that other stuff. Uh, he's still able to do what's necessary. However, where the Achilles heels lie is I want you to go back, Stephen, and look at it, which you probably gonna be like, I ain't looking at this shit. But if you have time, go ahead and look at it.
All
Because
right.
a lot of motherfuckers, they don't want to look at, they don't want to pay attention to the science of the game or whatever. But see, you'll be like, well, how come this player's losing? How come that player's losing? And the first thing they want to do is they want that motherfucker to run. No, you got to do your part, okay? You got to stop all this. Oh yeah, maybe it's the team. Maybe it's his fault. Maybe look, I know Mike Malone is not, you know, he's not getting it done. He needs to be on the hot seat and stuff like that too as well. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, Jokic got to do his part too on the defensive end, especially when we talk about, you know, on that mid range point when a guy like somebody that can pull up for the mid range and you're not coming out there to recover. Hey, that's a big deal, especially when they're clearly doing that so that they can bring Jokic right there. Or when he comes to the pick and roll, he gets exposed. Okay, I want you to go look at that, Steve. And especially when you got a guy like a very good ball handler like Chris Paul, a guy who can play make like Chris Paul, and guess what else Chris Paul can do? He can hit the mid range. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, that's where everybody has saw that. But now we're talking about Golden State. You know what I'm saying? And that's a whole different ball game. You got several guys on there that can shoot the mid range, that can shoot the three. And guess what? You got several guys on there that can penetrate. More so, guess what? I'm not even done with that. Let's bring a fourth thing. Guess what? You got multiple defenders swarming on that motherfucker. You got a motherfucker like Draymond Green. You got a motherfucker like Klay Thompson, who's not, 100% yet, not the defender that he quite was, but he is coming home. You got a motherfucker like a motherfucker Gary Payton Jr., man. You know his father, man. You know what he was. You know what I'm saying? First guard to win it, you know what I'm saying? Defensive player of the year, like a motherfucker Marcus Smart just did. You know what I'm saying? And you got other defenders on there, you know what I'm saying, that aren't no scrubs either, like a Jordan Poole who play defense too. So when you got all that shit swarming at you, they running fast, they pick and rolling, doing all this other stuff, he is gonna get frustrated. And he's not
Right.
gonna be able to keep up. And guess what? Oh, by that end you're tired. Like you said, fatigue. Oh, you're frustrated and everything like that. Got the motherfucker throwing chairs, all this other bullshit. Bringing
And
him
one,
out of this game, both from a mental standpoint and a physical standpoint.
and one more thing I'm gonna point out. Then get back to work. I give you
Uh,
an example like
yeah,
the
bro, I mean, talk about it. We know Steven style. Go ahead.
all right. One more thing. Like I give you an example like the Golden State Warriors.
Uh-huh.
When you look at when they're on defense,
Uh-huh.
that defense spreads out. So Thompson, Green, Looney, those guys they play center at times at the post. Then they spread out. Then when you get a true center or a true power forward, they get frustrated because those players they can maneuver, they can get around, they quicker, they faster.
Mm-hmm.
And a true center scratching his head, man. Who am I checking in the post?
Right. And we
Then
can't
and
forget
then
about we can't forget about Otto Porter too. I like the hustle and effort that Otto Porter brings. Go ahead.
and I see the joke. He's getting frustrated because like I said, I call him hard worker. He works on defense. He works on offense. But when those players, like I said, when those players maneuver and start getting around, do those cuts and everything, it's just frustrating. And I see it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You right on point, Stephen Green, man. I'm glad you stopped through and see. I didn't want to just talk about this topic for just 5 minutes or nothing like that, man. I wanted to stay on this for a while because there are a lot of issues. I'm not just gonna poke holes and joke. Hey, listen, Aaron Gordon, he got to get the smoke too, and a lot of them other guys that's on the Denver Nuggets team, they got to get the smoke too. It's just like I'm a close it with this. Everybody wants me to celebrate a win with the Philadelphia 76ers and all that other stuff. Our Sixers season. Oh yeah, you got the win. Yeah, hooray! Nigga, we didn't win no goddamn championship. Nigga, we played the Raptors that was short-handed and undersized. Nigga, we supposed to win that, but you still got motherfuckers like the Harden shooting goddamn 30% from field goal and shooting 25%, and on top of that, he had 5 turnovers. So you telling me that's gonna win? You telling me he gonna be able to do that against the Boston? Hell no. You telling me he's gonna be able to do that with a deep bench like a Miami? Hell no. You telling me he's gonna be able to do that, pull that shit off against the defending champs in the Milwaukee Bucks? Man, I'm home.